Type Plays Games here, coming to you with that episode of Fallout 4. As you can see, we're back in Sanctuary Hills. In this episode, I thought we'd rebuild Sturges' house. Again. Now, I'll link the video at the end of this video of Sturges' house that I originally built. And I'll link that one to this one. Because we're rebuilding Sanctuary Hills, and as you can see, we already got 2 of the guard towers up.
I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
Thanks for interrupting me, Preston. I really appreciate that, man. I put a street lamp here. I'm planning on putting some fencing up here and just kind of changing this a bit. Got the wall already built. Got some spikes and stuff up here. We got this place already built. We got the wall out here already built. So, Sanctuary Hills is definitely coming along. But I thought, why not rebuild Sturges' house? Except this new house is going to be way better than his original. And, yeah, let's do it. So, first thing we gotta do is we gotta add a nice little wooden platform there. And a nice wall there. So you can just easily get into his house. We'll call this Sturges' house 2.0. I'm going to turn off snap. And like I said, the walls don't gotta be perfect. But like I said, I'll link the video at the end. They'll be in the cards at the end there, where I'll show you the original build I did for Sturges' house. This one's gonna be different. Not much different, but more different. Or a little different, I should say. I had a destroyed mini car here. I kind of like adding things like these because it's like these walls wouldn't just stand up on their own. There would have to be like some sort of support to them. So I put some concrete here. Got a car holding it up. Just like over here we got some cars, a bus. Gotta watch out for that pile of lumber. You know, and then we got this house kind of completing it up to the guard tower. And the guard tower kind of overlooks the bridge there, so you can't just come across the bridge anymore. So one thing I want to do that will be different from the original Sturges' house is now we have access to fusion core generators. I finally got my nuclear physicist perk leveled up. So, now Sturges doesn't have to have a big loud generator in his house anymore. You can have a nice, quiet, but somewhat deadly. I'm not going to say these are not deadly, because they would be technically deadly. But a beautiful fusion core generator. The problem is these things take up so much dang room too. But that thing produces over 100 power. The only thing better than these are the Voltec reactors from Voltec Workshop. They produce like the most power. I think there's one that produces 200 units of power, which is well beyond what you would need for your settlement, but That's completely on you if you want to have over 200 units of power. We do gotta add some wood supports so this thing ain't just floating. And we'll add some nice junk railings. Because one thing that never changes in Sturges' house is the use of junk railings. Between Mama Murphy and Sturges, I would say they're like the goats of the settlement. Like, nobody would compare to them. I always had something weird going on there. The fact that Sturges is very mechanically inclined. And Mama Murphy's like the old but wise woman of the settlement. I'm gonna add a post here because this is where our water generators are going to be. See, in my previous one, my platform wasn't as large, but we got to be able to fit 2 water pumps in here, so or 1 water pump. Oh, I hate that when I fall in the water. So how many units of water do these tiny ones produce? 10. So even just one of these still produces more. But essentially you wouldn't really need 2 of them. Because I don't think I can fit 2 in here. Just keep placing it till we get it in that right spot. Because originally in our first build we had 2 of these guys going off, which I mean we can have 2. Nothing's stopping us from having 2 of them. And having the 2 different pumps definitely gives it a different but I don't want the pumps to both be running on in tandem. I want them to be 2 separate power cables going to each pump. There we go. There we go, now we can access both of them, but we gotta make sure the thing's not clipping through, which it isn't. It's sticking out here is not a big deal, because, you know, how I think these pumps actually work is they collect rainwater from the looks of it, and that's how they get the water. Because essentially the water in the wasteland would still be unsafe to drink. It'd have to spend a lot of time creating like and I don't want to go close. Let's see if we can turn off surface snaps off. Object snap off. It's gonna float, and I don't want it to float. Okay. There we go. Instead of doing a street lamp, we're gonna do that instead. I'm beginning to think we should have a shut-off point for those pumps. Because you kind of want those pumps to be shut off in case of an emergency. Or, you know, you got to service them or something. So we're just kind of running our power. We gotta build some stairs to get up top there, but we're just kind of running our power through here. Getting our power routed. So this is something I learned was place anywhere. If the wire goes to like that green color, that means it's clipping through, which won't allow you to snap the wiring. Well, essentially we got to place another separate wire just for the frickin' plug, or for the switch, but I guess that's fine. I mean, what's the settlement without 100,000 wires? Well, you know what? It does give it kind of a wastelandy feel, which I kind of dig, so I'm good with that. We were essentially just connecting to that. Now, one thing that's a really good trick to use when you're building without mods is using these busted roof pieces for the warehouse and barn tabs to be able to run wiring through, especially with broken windows. You can do the same thing. Might have to run like a couple wires along here just so we have reach. There we go, we got two power sources, two things of power going on, and that's only 20 power out of that generator. No longer need these. realistically, your water doesn't need to be super high in Fallout 4. I mean, in a real sense, you'd want large amounts of water being created for your settlement, but in the game aspect of Fallout 4, you don't really need a large amount of water, but to each their own on how you want to build your settlement. I just don't think you need a large amount of water consumption going on. This is kind of like the power station for the water pumps. There's a mod, really, I don't know if this comes with Workshop Rearranged, but this is a cool thing to have, is all these different consoles. I can't remember what mod they come with, but I think they do come with Workshop Rearranged. But it's really cool to have these different consoles at your disposal. Because one could say the Sole Survivor needed these consoles so they could get the settlement functioning. I'm wondering if this is what's causing my low frame rate. Because this is essentially a floating structure, or a moving structure. Oh yeah, see how that fixed that? It needs to get moved up into the market anyways, because the market's the next thing that's getting fixed. But I might change the market up too. We'll put a nice little ham radio up here so Sturges can talk to whoever. We'll put a nice radio in the corner so he's not just staying here quietly. We'll remove that console. Put a Minuteman flag up like he's proud to be a Minuteman. You know, add like a little desk. Almost want to put this in here, but kind of has to stay out here to make sense for the wiring side of things. But I'm going to turn off mod snapping. We're going to put this here. There you go. Sturges has got like a nice little area he could work on while he's watching the water pumps do its thing. But I believe, and this is my belief, with the Commonwealth, Minutemen, and the settlements, if you had a water pump essentially, you would have to store that water somewhere because there wouldn't be any water pressure per se with something like this. Unless you had like a separate pump house just for pressure. So you essentially would have to go do it the old-fashioned way with the water tower. Because that's what water towers were for. A little fun fact about water towers. They were for I'll put a hanging basket in here. Water towers were 4. Ew, wind chime made of tools. Might move them later. Water towers were 4 water pressure. They created like water pressure. Because the water would go up the tower. And then essentially it would come back down. Thus giving you water pressure. That's kind of like the basics of a water tower. You know, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. That's what I read up about water towers. Yeah, we'll put a little work thing here up here. There's another thing I want to do. I want to find that outdoors thing. Because there was like a pole with fishing rod and everything added to it, but these tents are from Fallout 76, in case you're wondering, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there trying to look for it. I don't want to be spending hours on end doing these videos like I have been doing for the past little while. We're gonna turn snapping back on. So how to achieve the low roof or low sitting roof with this game when you have mods is by doing it this way, like that. And then you snap in your wall piece back in there. But it's gonna want to fight you. There we go. And now essentially Sturges has a little awning over his door, so he's not getting hit directly by weather. Because this platform is, it doesn't really matter if you don't see it, because you won't see that, but then we'll go back to creative clutter. Now we can move this to here. Oh yeah, I forgot about all this other stuff. I'd really like to do the naval flags on this place, but it just wouldn't suit what I'm going for here. And that thing is loud. I think Sturges doesn't really care about loud noise. He's pretty chill about it. Ooh. It's not what I was expecting it to do, is to snap through there. That's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot you could do wallpaper. And you know what? We're gonna do some metal wallpaper. Guy like Sturges wanted to finish off this area because this is where he lives. But to kind of keep it junky looking, we have to add like some yeah, I actually kind of dig that. It kind of likes he gives a shit, which he would. I can see Sturges just leaving a place junky looking. Like, that's just not the Sturges thing to do. Sturges is a pretty smart and resilient and thinking person, and I highly doubt he would just leave a place to look like junk. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta rebuild his workshop. And the reason why you see me using a lot of these sanctuary things is just because it works. Because this is what Sanctuary Hills has. Like, I know a lot of the houses in Fallout 4 have these same kitchens, but these work. Man, that's louder than those generators. But maybe Sturges likes that sound. Maybe he likes the hum of a generator in the morning. Definitely gotta add a busted mat with an out of place tile. There we go. We'll add another radio, but this will be one tuned into Radio Freedom. They're kind of just like miscellaneous junk. We could say this is a testing station. He's kind of got a hose there to test the water as it's becoming... Yeah. I don't know, I like these metal walls. That's kind of actually a nice touch. Kind of makes it feel a little better and a little more homely. It's giving this place homey touches, which it kind of needs. That's when we can do the big posts like this. So it's like there's some actual support here. Because the door got busted off, so he only has the one door opening. on some busted railings. We'll add another chain link fence into here. Because it kind of works with what we're doing. Now we need to add some power to this place. Oh, that's cycling late. Add like a ceiling fan above his door. Like, come on, Sturges deserves a nice little place for him to just chill out in and have a good time. Doesn't feel like he's, he deserves it. He's a good worker. He really gives a crap about Sanctuary Hill. So between him and Mama Murphy, like I said again, they're the goats of this game. Hell, we'll even give him a Creation Club bed. Not some shitty bed. We're gonna give him a decent bed. Just because he deserves it. We give him a dresser. Now we got to build him a little mini kitchen here. I wonder if there's a thing for the doors, a trim that goes around the doors. Let's go check that real quick before we continue on with decorating. Oh yeah, there is. Okay, that's good. It's just a gap filler. It's kind of like a trim for the door, so you don't see the gap in between. Because like I said, Sturges would do something like this. He'd put metal paneling up and make it look nice. I'm glad we could do corrugated. Kind of like what they have in Diamond City. Because I highly doubt he's going to be ripping apart the sanctuary houses to... Oh, there's even round ones? I wonder what you use those for. Oh, they even have pieces for up here. Okay, we're definitely doing that. Oh yeah, now it's really cool how it just kind of carries on. That's nice. Like I said, this is his house 2.0 version, so it's going to be better than the last one we built. You know, it's Sturges. It's got to have the best of the best, man. If he doesn't get the best of the best, then we failed him. You know, you guys ever watched that episode of The Simpsons that says "Do it for her" and it's a picture of Maggie? There's a bunch of notes over that sign that Mr. Burns left for Homer. Just think of that, but with Sturges. You have a picture of Sturges and it says "Do it for him." Would that be a little creepy? You think? You think that would creep Sturges out? He goes into the Soul Survivor's house and he has a picture of Sturges on there. It says "Do it for him." Sturges just puzzled on what that's supposed to mean. I mean, that would be a little creepy. Add a nice little table here. And some chairs. You know, Sturges is only one man. He doesn't have a lot of living arrangements with other people. Piece right there. A nice little couch here for him. It's kind of like a little chill spot. Just put the American flag right there for now. We're going to put another panel up on this wall for the corrugated metal, just so it kind of completes the look for the living area. I really dig these corrugated metal living pieces. They're really cool. Never thought of using them up until now. If you're using mods, you might as well go all out, right? Like I said, again, being Sturges, he's not gonna build some cheap-looking trash place that he doesn't want to live in. He's gonna build something magnificent or spectacular. Kind of knock your socks off type of building. Now for the tool workshop. We're gonna do this. We'll put the gun on here like he's working on a gun. Because one of Sturges' signature sayings is, "My father said duct tape could fix anything," but I don't think he was talking about bullet holes. Put a nice little thing up there. Put a little robot up there. Robot. And we're definitely going to add is the door. Do it that way just so it the door doesn't clip through it. Like some caution signage up. Put a ice machine out here he's working on. See if we can get it working again. Just gonna essentially fill it up with some junk or side projects, you know, because knowing Sturges, he wouldn't just be working on one thing. He's gonna be doing a ton of stuff. Oh yeah, one thing we do need to grab, and I know it's nighttime already. We need to grab this because this is Sturges. Put a nice little set of, dang it. There we go. Put a nice little set of Christmas lights up here. Oh, really? 'Cause I'm trying to do it from this little platform and I should be doing it from here. Or back here. Again, we'll put some Christmas lights up here. You know, Sturges' pad's got to be pretty chill. some dark lights up here. That always kills me, that idiot Suave perk. You know, put up a thing of shelves here. Be kind of just an area for extra materials. You know, Sturges would definitely have a ladder. He'd also have a diagnostic cart. His diagnostic cart would be out here in the weather. Just because he picked it up from Red Rocket now and he... Yeah, he's got like a little chill pad and area for him to hang out at. To put a curtain there so he has a tiny bit of privacy, even though it makes no sense where it is, but why not? I always like hanging nautical stuff up in game in Fallout, just because, you know, we're located near the ocean and Boston's got a fish. I think Boston has a fish market. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there anybody in my subscribers from Boston? Can they tell me anything about Boston? I always like adding nautical stuff just because it fits with the theme of Boston. Maybe Sturges was a sailor in his past life and that's why he likes nautical themed stuff. You know, put some piles of cardboard on here and throw down an empty box. Of course, it wouldn't be a radioactive generator without some radioactive barrel near it. Sturges has some model kits that he's working on. Yeah, we kind of want to make this look a little lived in. Oh, I gotta put a nice little door on there. We're gonna do the metal screen door. Alright, I think that's it. Now I'm going to do a silent tour, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Alright. So, yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you think of Sturges' house. It's the 2.0 version of his house. It's no longer that, junky, half-assed put-together house from the first one. Although that one was a pretty good house, too. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think below of Sturges' house and how you like it. Other than that, I really appreciate watching this video, and remember to, and you know, to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification thing down below to get notified when I drop another video. Other than that, I'll see you all next time. Bye now.